The following production is part of the Play Some Video Games Podcast Network.
The Nintendo Shack is back. Welcome to PSVG's Nintendo Shack, recording on a Thursday for you to listen on a Friday. But guess what? We just had a Nintendo Direct. We are riding the hype waves. I am Jason. I am joined by the boss man himself, Donnie Reese. Donnie,
completely muted. Greetings, Kooblings! The excitement overtook me, Jason. It's hard. It's hard producing and podcasting and note writing. It's a difficult task.
You were multitasking. You're like in the shower. I'm like, Donnie, I got to record early. You're like, I'll make it happen.
That's right.
Feverishly typing up notes, doing the things. Oh, we're living life. It feels good. Feels good. I hadn't even changed my hat. I had my dapper little craft beer drinking hat on, and I was like, nope.
Nice.
Got to go full hype mode, and I stole Kevin's hat yet again for another episode of the Shack. Oh, it feels good. Feels good. I'm feeling good. I'm riding the waves. Donnie, how you doing?
Dude, I'm doing great. I'm coming fresh off the live stream with Tyler. We rocked that together. That was a lot of fun. A great clip of me and my face at the moment.
Yeah, I did. Spoiler alert, I skipped to the end just to see your reaction for it. Because the direct unfortunately aired at the worst possible time for me. Like 5 o'clock is right when I'm driving home from. I'm just getting home from work, and typically that's family time. We have dinner, play with my son, and all the stuff. So I'm not usually available until he goes to bed. So I was just like, ugh! And then I hid my phone, and I'm getting notifications. I just see a snippet. Fluxay is gonna have a meltdown. Oh my gosh, this, and I'm like, son of, I knew there was something good in there, but we'll obviously get to that. But yeah, Nintendo Directs. Woo!
Dude, so before we begin to recap the news, I have to say, and I tweeted this yesterday, and it really means, I think I can't say it enough, how much I love being a fan of Nintendo when there is a Direct looming. It makes it like it kind of takes over my life, not in the sense that I'm constantly like looking for stuff, and I know those people out there, but it's like I always feel like I might miss something if I look away. Like I'm never more in tune to Twitter or in tune to Reset Era than I am when there is the rumors, murmurings, we're waiting, impending Direct cometh.
Well, and clearly the Nintendo hype train pumps a lot harder, a lot more feverishly, and gets people all swept up. But it's like we get that pre-E3 experience multiple times a year because PlayStation at says the PlayStation experience, and that it has that going on, and Xbox has their own thing started going on too. But it's for us, unless you're people on the outside might look and say, "Oh, these Gomers getting excited about something," but unless you're like on the inside, I don't think you don't see it the same way. And it's like this total. It's like Christmas Eve every time a Direct gets announced for us.
Especially if you grew up with it. But especially if you've been here for a while, like if you didn't just buy a Switch, it's your first console in a while. Like if you did the Wii U, you did the 3DS, you have the experience of Ultra Smash and like the fall, the downer that Ultra Smash was versus like the complete surprise that Majora's Mask was. Like you fully understand what's capable both on the good and the bad.
Right.
So even if you think, even if you're like, I know exactly what they're going to say, there's still always just that little bit in the back of your mind that goes, but they might. Like you're always like, what, they might show up and do something you've never seen.
You always hope.
Metroid Prime 4, man. Like, yeah, it's just, you never know. You think you know, but you never know.
But you have no idea.
That's right.
Well, should we just jump into it? We'll start break down the Direct, give us our thoughts. Due to time constraints, I will say, like, I love when I have the ability to watch live, I watch the whole thing. But when I'm like playing catch up, I'm just like, skip, and skip, and skip,
scrubbing through.
I scrub through the stuff I don't care about. Like, sorry, 3DS. but yeah. So let's just go into it. They started off. First game that we got announced was WarioWare Gold, releasing August 3rd of this year. I haven't played a WarioWare game since like the very first one. I think the very, very first one.
Really? Been that long?
It's been that long.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, you know, like when we bought the Wii U, it was one of my downloaded games that we had, and it was actually, I was telling Tyler on the stream, it was actually one of the first games my kids started playing. For some odd reason, they really like that game.
Because are all of them party game experience, or
yeah, or at least all the ones that like the ones that I played were the Wii ones and then the Wii U one. I can't say that I have the longest history with the WarioWare stuff, but yeah, the Wii one we played, and then the Wii U one we played, and
like when my son gets older, and can play games, I can see us playing more stuff like that, but. Unfortunately, for me, that's why it's easy for me to glance over, because it's like, well, I don't want to just play that.
Right.
But like you automatically have your whole family plays together, and it makes it a whole family experience. Which is a great
which is interesting because the WarioWare Gold, like, I think it's neat. I think it's cool that it comes to 3DS. Like the Rhythm Heaven Fever game, is just a mini game like collection. I think it's good on a portable system. I'm most interested, does it have download, play, and multiplayer? I'm not sure if they covered that. I didn't hear it. It was hard to hear because we were talking, like me and Tyler were talking the entire time.
Yeah, I didn't catch that either.
Yeah. But it's good. It's coming August 3rd, so good stuff.
Moving on, we had Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers, a tower defense / third-person shooter type thing. What is Dylan from? Is that what franchise is that?
Dylan's Rolling Western. I think it was a game they. So this was not direct worthy. This was the low light of the direct, and I probably shouldn't even have been in it at all. This direct could have been 27 minutes instead of 30, because this game's it's hard to look at. Like and I say that as a 3DS game, you're like, eesh. Wow.
I mean, all the 3DS stuff looks rough when they blow it up that big. I remember, like, Metroid Federation Force would look especially garbo on there, but I think this summer's the same thing. It just looks all chunky and blocky.
This looks way worse.
But you get to live out your furry convention dreams when you can dress up your Mii like Miles Tails Prower. And
yeah, that's true. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's just move on from that. For those interested, it comes out in May of this year, May 24th. Mario and Luigi's Bowser's Inside Story. We've seen plenty of this.
So this game has been rumored to be around for a while. This remaster of a great DS game.
They've been talking about it for a while.
Right?
They showed it a bunch at E3 last year, right?
Did they?
I thought so.
I don't even know if they showed this.
This is the one with the battle mode, right? Or am I getting my Mario and Luigi games confused?
Yeah, I think that was a different one, but I may be wrong. Yeah, you're right. I may have gotten them confused too. To be honest, I don't know. I know that Bowser's Inside Story. Here's what I know. I know that it's highly regarded on DS. At one time, I started on DS, but I never finished it. I mean, I played the DS copy on my 3DS, but I never finished it.
Yeah.
I know that Kevin likes it, and he's talked about it in the past. I do know that it's been rumored for a remake on 3DS for quite a while. I think it's extremely odd. The newsworthy thing with this game is that it was dated for 2019.
Yeah.
2019. This is March 2018.
Yeah, this is the only game that's not this year in this direct.
Yeah,
which I'm surprised why include it then. I don't.
Especially on 3DS. It's like they're making a statement that 3DS will be here for a minute.
Maybe that's it. 3DS lives.
Yeah. Yep.
Still the old Sony campaign. Enos lives, but 3DS lives.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It is what it is, and we got a couple more hits coming. Drops for the 3DS. Detective Pikachu coming March 23rd. We've already been a lot of coverage on Pikachu trailers and this. Danny DeVito, all that stuff. I mean, get your giant Pikachu amiibo. I'm not a huge Pokemon guy in the first place, so
but I'm not getting that amiibo.
For me, I'm just like, scrape.
See, my whole thing about that game, to sum it up in a couple sentences, is I wish the gameplay was more than like just navigating your reticle around finding clues. Like if there was something more to it, I might be interested. But that just seems boring to me.
Yeah. And our last one is another remake. Luigi's Mansion is getting a remake. The GameCube launch title, coming out in 2018. I'll tell you what, I never played Luigi's Mansion. So I don't know. Is this enough to get me to pick it up on 3DS? I don't know, because I was always interested in playing. Was it Dark Moon?
Yes.
As well.
So good.
But I do remember feverishly during the before the GameCube launch, Dr. Pepper, I believe, had a promotion on their website. You could play this little Luigi's Mansion minigame in the browser, and every time you completed it, you got an entry for a chance to win a GameCube. And I was just like daily playing this thing. So I have fond memories of Luigi's Mansion because of that, but I've never played it. So
so we have a question that I forgot to add to the notes, so I'll ask it. But I'm really excited for it. I think this is great. The question was, and it came from my friend Izzy, because we were talking about backwards compatibility, virtual console stuff for 3DS, because that was kind of the rumor. We were going to get GBA DS support, that type of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So here's a question she asked, and I think it's a good one. And I already know your answer, and I know Kevin's answer.
Kill it with fire.
Would you prefer getting GameCube support on Switch, just native GameCube support? You're running them in 540p, like the original version of the game.
It's going to be tough.
Or would you rather have them remake GameCube games and put them on 3DS? Think about that. Think about it for a minute. Because I already know the question. I already have an answer. I would prefer it on 3DS.
I would say that too, because you know what? 540p on the Switch is going to look terrible.
So like we want Wind Waker HD.
You're going to have a border. It's just not. Yeah. I mean, and as good as I think those GameCube games look, nostalgia is a beautiful thing, because guess what? They don't look that good.
They don't. They do not.
So especially on an HD console.
So, like, we want Wind Waker HD, and I think we're going to get that on Switch. That's not really a good example, but I'm thinking about, like, other examples, right? So, like, if they were going to give you Sunshine in GameCube resolution, or remade Sunshine on 3DS, or they were going to give you Star Fox Adventures on GameCube resolution, or Star Fox Adventures remade for 3DS, give me the remake. I'd rather have the remake.
Yeah, because you know what? I'm sure I've said this before, but for me, virtual console stuff, for me, stops at 16-bit. I don't have any desire to play 64 or anything like that.
The 64 stuff just control wise, it maps weird.
Yeah, the control wise, it just for me, the early polygonal stuff just doesn't hold up.
Yeah,
and I'd much rather stay with pixels.
So we've been hoping for these GameCube games on Switch, and that was the long rumor. It'll probably still come. Maybe they'll still come. But I would much rather play a remade version of Luigi's Mansion than an original ROM dump of Luigi's Mansion. So for that, I'm excited. Now, here's the other side.
I'm hopeful for like a remaster of Sunshine somewhere down the road.
That'd be great. And so the thing that they're ultimately, so we're killing the 3DS stuff here. Like that was the 3DS part of the Direct. So 3DS obviously.
Can I just say how hype I got when I said, and that's it for 3DS? I was like,
yes,
5 minutes,
5
yes.
So there's definitely a lot of people out there that want to make their voice known that they're tired of 3DS. They don't want any more 3DS games. They don't want Nintendo doing any more 3DS stuff. We've argued about it forever, so I'm not going to continue to go. But I mean, again, I will say that they have engines for 3DS. They have assets for 3DS. Like, I can't really blame them for using them to make millions of dollars. It just doesn't make any business sense.
They're going to sell a bunch because they have a bunch installed.
If they sell Luigi's Mansion Remake to 10% of 3DS owners, 5% of 3DS owners, that's more than Switch owners.
Yeah.
It really is. Like, that's a hard proposition for people to understand, but we're happy that how many, consoles Switch has sold, but it's not close.
I know I've come across as I have such an anti-3DS stance, and I kind of do, but I had the console for 2 years, but I do love the 3DS. I think it's a great piece of hardware, and it's a shame that after I finally stopped playing Animal Crossing, it sat there until Samus Returns came out. And if we got this rumored, Zelda game, that was going to be the next thing that would have me pick up my 3DS again. But I don't think there's anything here that would make me jump into it. Possibly Luigi's Mansion. I don't know. But
Black Friday, $25, Luigi's Mansion Remake.
Yeah, there you go. So it's a shame because I don't want to poo-poo all over the 3DS because it's treated me well. I had a lot of fun with it. But it's hard for me to cart around it's hard for me to cart around the 3DS when I got it super cool big brother that does this, that takes up almost as much space.
I understand it. I feel like an apologist, but I understand people are ready to move on. I get it. I am with you. I would love everything to be on Switch too. I understand it.
But from a business standpoint,
I understand why they're doing it. Like that makes a lot more sense. If I was president of Nintendo, I'd do the same thing.
So now we've got this coming out in 28. We got 3DS games coming out in 2018, so we're probably going to have a ton more 3DS games coming out, and
we'll see something for 3DS at E3.
If nothing else, it's a great jumping on point for your kids to get them in consoles, because a 2DS is a heck of a lot cheaper than a Nintendo Switch.
That's true.
So Donnie said that ended the direct for the 3DS. We moved on, saw some more Kirby Star Allies. We revealed some new allies that Kirby gets to partner up with. I have not played the demo yet, so I don't really know much about this game at all. So if you want to, I did watch a little bit, but I kind of gleaned over it as well. So if there's anything you'd like to add with what they showed today.
I played the demo. The demo is absolutely gorgeous. It really is in a lot of ways, especially on the TV docked. It's really, really pretty game. It's a little weird. It's Kirby. So like I've always kind of pitched Kirby as like slow Mario. Like it's 2D platforming, but like Kirby's very like direct and like methodical. Like you have to pay attention and like you have to want to jump or want to attack. You know, like it's very timing based in that regards. It's very, forward. Kirby Star Allies is still that way, but it's weird because now you get like these companions that follow you around, but you don't like actively control them separately. Like they kind of like they help you like open switches or whatnot. At least on the demo, like the first stage, like this happens a lot. You're constantly like all step on the switch together, all grab the hooks together. Like you need 4 people to do it. I don't necessarily know if I like that. I'm hoping the whole game isn't the whole way, because what you end up having is just like a shadow. It's just like these shadows that follow you around forever, and like they kind of help you do stuff, but it's like I'd rather have the stage more to myself to do more action. I kind of feel like I'm missing more of the action. Like where Robobot, I was Flame Sword, Link, jumping into robots, cars, bullets, like this is action fest. I kind of miss that. But that said, I mean, I pre-ordered the game and I am looking forward to playing it. So yeah, it comes out next week ish. Yeah. It's going to be good.
16th, so more Kirby. Now I got a new reveal coming in summer this year. Okami in HD.
So
Okami. This is coming to, or is this already out?
Another port.
All right. Is this out on other consoles already?
I actually bought it on Xbox One. Played a bit of it too, like 5-8 hours maybe, and then traded it in. Like I just couldn't. Like it's such a long game. I remember talking to Kevin about it in Discord. The game takes like 45 hours to beat, and I was like, I'm not going to play this on Xbox One for 45 hours. I might play it on Xbox or on Nintendo Switch for 45 hours over a year or something like that. Right. It's a fun Zelda-like game. A lot of people make fun of Zelda. They say that Okami's the best Zelda game. It's very Zelda-ish. The 4K version on Xbox is absolutely gorgeous. The only good thing that I can say about this is that Okami HD on the other consoles was $20. Like it should be $20 on Switch, I hope. If it's not $20 on Switch, then I mean we're really getting gypped, because at $20, like $20 is a price that I'll buy again. Like I know it's a good game, $20 I'll buy it. If it's like 40 on Switch, then it's like, why would anybody ever buy it? They didn't mention a date, they didn't mention a price, but it was 20 on other consoles, so I can only expect that it's 20 again, I guess. Kinda, we hope. So, summer. We'll see.
Summer. Yep. We got another look at Sushi Striker, The Way of the Sushido. Coming, what is it, June 8th of this year.
So that's a 3DS game. Now, I'm not sure if you know this. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong. That was the 3DS game at E3 last year, right? Like they showed it maybe in Treehouse.
I can't remember if they showed it at E3 or they showed it at on like an indie sizzle reel, but it was shown somewhere. I want to say maybe it was E3.
Yeah, I thought it was E3.
If they showed gameplay like through Treehouse, I didn't watch it. So.
Oh, okay. So now I watched Treehouse. So I think I saw this at Treehouse. I think. Now it's like this match 3 combination type game that you pair the sushi together to create an attack to attack the person in front of you, and it's got these little like chibi anime art style cutscenes. It seems pretty cool. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that this looks like the type of game that like a Nintendo fan would get excited for. That said, I glossed over it when it was on 3DS because it was on 3DS and we were all about that Switch. Yep. And I'm gotta admit I'm kind of glossing over it now because they're just other games that I've focused on. My only question really is to the people that are fans of Battle Chef Brigade if this does anything for you, because while they're different, the formula is very similar. So it kind of reminds me of like Pokemon Shuffle, where you do the match 3 to like do an attack. It's kind of like in that vein of game. I don't know. Like maybe it reviews out of this world and like that gets me, like if I read reviews and they're like, this game's really good, I might be interested. It's coming this summer. But yeah, there's not a whole lot to say here. Puyo type of game.
Yeah, it doesn't hook me.
Gotcha.
It's not just not my thing. Sorry, I'm messing with my microphone again. A little
Okay.
bit.
Well, the next one,
I just
I'll take
realized
it.
there's a switch knob on the back of my microphone. I was like, oh, my microphone's a little quiet. I was like, oh, I can turn it up. Go figure. Octopath Traveler.
Yes.
I guess it's no longer
That's the
a
name.
working title. It is just Octopath Traveler. We got a release date of July 13th, coming this summer. They showed us 2 new characters.
Yes.
Revealed some more mechanics.
And
so
a collection.
Yes, and a collection. And you can combine like jobs now and get bonuses that way, like stacking abilities. And to be honest, I skipped over this too because you know what? I don't need to see any more of Octopath. I'm already sold on it. I want to play it. I don't want to see too much. Usually when it's a game I like, I bask in the glory. I bring it all in. But with this game, I'm finally like, I've seen enough Octopath. I don't need to be sold again. I love the demo. I'm ready to play it.
As I say, I think it's because of that meaty demo. And not only was it a demo, it was like a meaty demo. You played that demo for like 2 hours. It was a long demo.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm with you. What I said in the stream is I really love the modern take on the old school graphics. I think it's neat. I need more of that. Like Owlboy, which you just finished, which I'm trying to beat. I'm having the hardest time getting through the end here. Is the same way. It's a modern take on old school graphics, and it looks beautiful. So what do you think of the name? You good? Octopath Traveler?
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, because we're so used to it at this point.
That's true.
You know? And we got it. Was it E3? Was it originally revealed? I think last year. I can't remember. It was. No, it was an E3. I don't remember which year.
It was actually at the Switch's initial unveiling.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
And it's always been referred to as Octopath Traveler. So we've had all this time to just let that.
The moment they said, from the makers of Bravely Default, I was like, I'm playing that game. So I'm good. Yeah.
You know, one of my favorite SquareSoft RPGs is Xenogears, and that kind of did the same thing where it had 3D backgrounds, but it had 2D pixel art flat characters. So they just really stand out. And this is something similar. You know, you got that pixel art characters, and you got those really cool dynamic backgrounds. And I love the fact that they put out a demo for this game, then gave you players a survey after that, and then the dev team like took all that feedback and it's like, okay, let's do this. And they made changes to the game based on players' input. And I think that's really cool. So I'm really looking forward to this game. I love old JRPGs because that's when my heyday was.
I think people are wanting it. People are craving this game. So hopefully it sells well. It's in a good window.
Yep. We got to see some more of Travis Strikes Again. No More Heroes. Again, I've never played anything in this series either. Never had the Wii, so.
Oh, now you're in Kevin and I's wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Of all the games that were shown, like gameplay, this one may have done the most to improve its standing with me, because while Kevin and I were both excited to see Travis Touchdown again, I was a little more concerned with like the mini game approach. I was like, what is this going to be? Is this going to be anything like the game that I wanted it to be? And it is. It's kind of like this Mr. Shifty action game, right? Where he's running around with his beam katana and he's totally just hacking up folks. But in between of that action game are these little side quest mini games, and I like that. So my biggest takeaway from this is that it's still an action game. I still get to go beat him up, smash him up, go crazy with Travis Touchdown, and that makes me happy. The other side quest mini games, the other arcade stuff, that's cool. That's a nice distraction from the main game, but the main game is staying the same. Now, I should mention, it's top-down. It's not first person like it used to be, or third person, where you're running around. So it's top-down. So it's not like it used to be, but it's similar. It's similar. I was really impressed. I'm very excited. I'm glad. The interesting thing about this game is it's 2018. I don't think anybody knew that. Like, we hoped, maybe, possibly. It is. It's 2018. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. That's the great thing about this direct is like everything is this year.
Yes.
Just about. Except
I'm gonna come back to that point.
We saw a little more of Dark Souls. There is a Praise the Sun amiibo for you all to.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's just ruining the value of amiibo across the board. Now you're just selling out. No longer is it a special thing. Just this dude from this other game is now an amiibo.
Right. There's a big audience for this game on Switch. I know a lot of people that are interested in it. I still don't know if Dark Souls is for me. I briefly tried it on Xbox 360 games with gold back in the day, but I don't know. I don't know.
I feel bad I'm letting our listenership down. This is one game I will not play. I don't even care how big the FOMO gets. I'm not getting Dark Souls.
It's not a Donnie game.
For me. Yeah.
Punishing difficulty and lots of deaths. No,
Of all the characters that we want an amiibo for, really? This is the one? This is the third-party guy that gets the spotlight? That is a problem. I just got to say. It's kind of a problem.
And probably the longest time spent with any one game in this direct.
Oh, God, yes.
Mario Tennis Aces coming in June 22nd. We got to see a bunch of the characters, a bunch of different court variations, and they had a very in-depth breakdown of the controls, how the special abilities work.
That's a nice way of putting it. This is like they totally gave it the Xenoblade 2 treatment, where they taught you how to play the game over like 8 minutes.
Yeah, that's a darn good point. Yeah,
I couldn't help but make fun of it while we were streaming. I was like, dude, we get it. You have a special attack, a forehand, a backhand. You're going to serve. You're going to play tennis. Like, we know. This isn't the first time we played a tennis game.
Yeah. Motion controls confirmed.
That is good.
They have that there for, as they call it, for a casual mode if you want to relax with friends. Confirmed. We have online multiplayer up to 4 players, online tournaments. They are hosting a pre-launch online tournament.
Yes.
So we get to play the game early.
Get a little try.
So I think that's a great move. I'm probably going to pick this up. Originally I was on the fence. I think it looks fun. I have great memories playing Mario Tennis 64 with buddies back in the day. That was always a blast. So
do not forget, single player campaign.
Yes. That looks cool too. Like we saw a boss fight with a PD Piranha or whatever it looked like.
And you get to play as a Chain Chomp?
Chain Chomp, yes.
As a character? That's awesome.
I think that breaking the racket mechanic is kind of cool too. How you can do the charge shots, and if you don't time it right, you can break your tennis racket, and you only have a limited number of rackets.
They also had that target reticle mode where you could like pinpoint exactly where you wanted to hit it as like
with
a power
motion
up.
Controls.
Yes. Yeah. I've already bought this game, so yeah. I mean, I was in on it when they said single player campaign, so I'm super excited. I gotta say, I do wish it was earlier than it currently is. Like, I was really kind of hoping that would be like the May game. But I mean, it's just a month, so I mean, I understand, but like, I was really just kind of hoping, because I feel like it's a little light early. So I feel like it could have been a really great game in that window, but I'm still super excited to get it. It looks great. It looks better. Lots of variety. You know, did you hear Tyler's making fun of, they talked about if you play online, you get participation bonuses. So it's not like you don't even have to win. You just have to play online, and you get like courses and special characters. And the special character was Koopa Troopa, just shadowed out. And Tyler was like, "Ooh, I wonder which one it is." And I was like, "You're right. Like we totally know who it is. Why do they even shadow him out? Just tell us that you get Koopa Troopa if you play online." So I thought that was really funny.
I love it.
Yeah, and the motion controls I wanted to see, because when I'm playing portably, I won't be using any motion controls at all. Like, I don't will be. That doesn't make much sense. But when I'm playing with my kids, we totally will be using tennis or motion controls. And when like the family comes over, we'll be doing the same thing. So, yeah, I'm excited to see that motion controls return.
Yeah, that'll be fun. It'll be a fun game, I think. I like the online multiplayer option. Up to 4 people hanging out in the party.
Sure, I'm sure you do.
That'll be fun, just to chill. Hey, remember how much fun we had with our Splatoon night?
That's true.
I mean, we can do that again now with some fueled tennis, and it won't be G Fuel.
Oh yeah.
Now we go. We're bringing on the ports. So, because that's what we got to do. Starting off with Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker.
Mm-hmm.
I did not see this coming.
That's a surprise. I mean, it was on prediction lists. It's not like a total surprise, but it is a surprise that we didn't have any like hint or tip that wasn't tipped early.
Coming both to 3DS and the Switch.
3DS is a major surprise.
Yeah, yes it is. Are we getting? Did they say? Are we getting? It's the same game, adding some Mario Odyssey levels. Are those coming to the 3DS version as well? Those aren't just Switch exclusive.
That's a good question.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's Switch exclusive.
Touch controls. Switch has touch controls, motion stuff. I love Treasure Tracker, really but good. I don't need to play Treasure Tracker again. I 100% of that game, and I never want to play Mummy Me Maze forever ever again. So I don't ever want to do that last level ever again.
I think Wii U owners are going to have this issue at least for another, maybe 12 months from now, right? Like, we're going to have that issue where you're going to have to ask yourself, do I want to buy a game that I've already played before? Because it's going to be a quarter, 40% of the lineup, and this is one of those. I guess the only sales pitch that I can say is that there's a lot of people out there that never played it. And the fact that this game is on 3DS, if you've never played it, right? If you had a 3DS, never had a Wii U, and the numbers show there's a lot of those people out there, about 50 million of them to be exact. I mean, Captain Toad's a great game on 3DS. That's a great little game to add to that lineup. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I get it. It's a port. You can't be like super excited for a port, but there are a lot of people out there that will be. Yeah. And if you've never played it, as I tried to tell Tyler, Captain Toad's really great. Yeah. It's really good.
I was hoping we get a sequel or something, because especially with him in Odyssey, I really was hoping for a new Toad game. But I mean, this is great for people who've never played it, because it's a really fun game. I can't recommend it. Will never have.
I think I'm with you. I don't think I'll double dip. I've got it on Wii U. Yeah. I don't think I'll play it again.
Yeah. Undertale, that was rumored to be coming. Yes. We saw a really brief trailer with some toilet humor in it, and it's coming soon.
Yep, that's all it said.
When it's ready. That's it. So we don't know.
That's all they say is soon. So I take that as before E3. What do you think? That sound weird? I think it's before. I actually take it as before May. I think we get Undertale before like the end of April.
Yeah, I can't think. Well, that's the thing. I can't.
It's weird if you say soon. It's 90 days away. That doesn't make any sense.
I mean, it's not like it's a port again. Right. So right. I can't, especially everything that's on PC. I feel like as long as it's in the right engine. I mean, that's the big thing, is what it was developed in. But I'm going to go sooner rather than later. I bet you we get it before mid-year.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to get that one, as I explained to Tyler on the stream. I never played it. I know it comes heavily recommended, and it's going to hopefully fill in a window, especially if it comes in April, where I feel like I'll be looking for something to play. So, I mean, I'm all about giving it a try.
Crash Trilogy. The leak that Kyle posted in our Discord that I was like, no, that's Photoshop. Sure enough, that's coming.
Crash Bandicoot.
For the first time on a Nintendo system. We have Crash Bandicoot coming July 10th. I loved that trilogy as a kid. Loved it on PlayStation, but
you should be ashamed of yourself.
I don't think I need to play it again.
So I hate on Crash. I do. I'll take that. I'll take that straight on.
Did you ever play Crash Team Racing?
I did play Crash Team Racing. Crash Team Racing is amazing. I'm all in. I'll give you $80 for Crash Team Racing right now. Not even 60. I love collections. I think collections are fantastic. I wish the Switch would get more. There's so many out there, right? The Assassin's Creed collection, the BioShock collection. I know they're old games. If you put the BioShock collection on Switch, I'd buy it. Like, I would buy it again. I would. I like collections. It's a great value proposition. They're fun games. They're fun games just to have in the library. You know, I don't know how much this applies to everybody. I often feel like I speak for the masses. But for me, I take great pride in just knowing that I have a game if I wanted to play it. If I wanted to play Assassin's Creed 2, I can. Like, there's a part of me that likes just knowing that it's there. So for those of you out there that like Crash Bandicoot, I'm happy for you. Here's my problem. I never thought Crash was good to begin with. When I played it back in the day, I was like, this is bad. It never got better. To this day, I don't think it's better. When I played it in Uncharted 4, I was like, it's still bad. Like, there's just nothing about that game as a platformer that I've ever enjoyed. Mm-hmm. But I did like some CTR. CTR remake HD. I'm all about it. So, hey, it's cool. It's something for folks.
Something. Little Nightmares Complete Edition coming in May 18th. Looks like a PC port to me.
It is a PC game.
That's. And I was just like, nah. I mean, there's going to be something there for people. It's got like that. It's like that. Got that moody, atmospheric, almost like an inside.
It's exactly what Tyler said it was. Tyler's played this game, and he said it's an inside-ish type game. The funny thing is, of all the games that were shown, my daughter is interested in Kirby and this one. Wow. And I don't know what that is to say about her. Those are the two that she took away from. She was like
the cutest and the darkest.
Kirby in that game where the kid was in the yellow raincoat.
So the kid from It was walking around with this Pac-Man mask.
Yeah, I mean, it looked weird. I'm not gonna lie to you, it looked weird.
I saw this and I thought to myself, Donnie game. A little bit.
You think so?
I thought a little bit.
Okay.
But I don't know. It's like a weird, creepy puzzle solver.
So that was my thing. The thing that I took away from the trailer, I've never seen this game before, so.
No, I hadn't either.
What I took away from the trailer is this looks more puzzle-based than Inside. And that's the turnoff. Inside is about as much puzzle as I want to play. This looked like a lot of puzzles. And I was like, that's like a lot of puzzling. Whereas Inside's like 50% platforming, 50% puzzles. This looks like 80% puzzle game.
Okay. Well, let's turn the direct up another notch because now it starts getting really good.
Yeah.
In my opinion. South Park, Fractured Butthole.
Yes.
Was always rumored to be coming to Switch. We've got that confirmed for April 24th.
Yep. Good
so
window.
Full game there. Full game there. I will play. I haven't played any of the South Park RPGs, so I will be getting this to play. Looks well. I already know it's South Park. What more do you need to say? I don't know why I ever stopped watching South Park. I love South Park. I love the toilet humor. I will play this.
So there's good and bad with this. The good is that I had mentioned this game got rated a while ago, and I actually had bought this game on Black Friday for like super cheap and traded it back in because I was like, it's coming to Switch and I'd rather play this long RPG game there. So in that regard, I'm happy. I'm happy that South Park's coming to Switch. I plan on buying it on Switch, and I'm happy that's coming in April because I feel like in the next 4 to 5 weeks, people are going to be feeling like if there's not like a big indie we don't know about, people are going to be feeling like, where are the games, right? So this coming at the back half of April is great because I think it's fitting a window. Problem is, it's full price, Jason, $60. To our knowledge at this point, it doesn't come with Stick of Truth like it did on the other consoles. The other ones, if you bought that, and so people are going to be upset about that too.
Yeah.
Also, none of the DLC is included, and all that comes with a season pass. So not only are we getting the game 6 months later at full price without the bonuses and the DLC not included. I mean, I got to admit, there's really there's nothing really to say here. There's not a great value proposition.
That's disappointing.
Sadly, I'm going to totally justify their decision because I'm buying it and I'm going to play it on Switch. So, right. So there's the point of it where it's like I could buy it and play it anywhere else, but I want to play it on Switch. This is
how I argue so much because for me, getting time to podcast, getting time to play anything in this seat here, because this is where all my consoles are hooked up, is this desk with this computer and everything, is difficult. But when I can pick it up like this, go upstairs, and then when I can play as much as I want, and I just go boop, and it's suspended, and I can just pick it back up and go boop and play again. That totally opens up a lot more options for me. Especially an RPG,
because I can play a little bit in the morning and play a little bit at lunch, play a little bit when I come home. Like I can just chop away at it little by little by little and make progress. I don't have to sit down in front of my TV and play it for 4 hours at a time.
Yep. Especially if you got to grind a little bit. So you just pick it up, grind for 10 minutes.
Yes.
And pick it up.
Exactly.
So much easier. ARMS. We're getting another test punch for ARMS. 3-day event, March 31st. And they revealed an ARMS open. I did skip out of order here, so sorry I jumped over.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
We'll get back to that. But an ARMS Open, an online tournament for ARMS, starting today for I think 10 days, and then there's finals. They're going to be streamed, and you know what? I was a little disappointed because a part of me wishes I was still proficient in ARMS because I totally would jump in on it just for the heck of it to see how I would do. But I haven't played ARMS since Splatoon, so I'm not good anymore.
So if I ran Nintendo, this test punch and club or online tournament would come paired with a ARMS is now $20. It should come down with a price cut to get more people playing. It's obviously that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to show you that, hey, there's something here for you. But the fact that it's still at that price and it's still that bare bones offering, if it was $20, I'd buy it just to mess around with it. But no. Everybody's moved on. There's not a lot of meat on that bone. So I think I'm honestly, I can't even say at this point I commend them. Whereas the 3DS stuff makes sense to me. Like the 3DS stuff, I'm like, there's business sense there. There's no business sense here. Move on. Like ARMS should be dead, not 3DS. Like stop doing ARMS. There's no money here. So, but yeah, they're still trying.
Yeah. Hyrule Warriors got a release date for that. So that was one thing we never knew. It was just spring. Now we got confirmed date of May 18th.
Yes.
For Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. So, as again, I didn't own it on Wii U. So I will probably likely be picking it up because I want to play it. and it's Zelda. And now in terms of content, the biggest dump of the Switch, the content dump, Splatoon.
Yes.
We got coming April 1st. 100+ new gear, new stages, new old stages. Camp Triggerfish. I can't think of any other names, but a new one was the the theme park. Was that
Yeah.
one? Is that an
new
old
one.
stage? That's a new one.
Yeah, that's the new one, right?
I think so. Woohoo!
You're more the
Woo.
Splatoon player than me.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
I mean, I played them both for 70
I
hours
think,
or so.
I think
But
2 old maps and one new map.
yes.
And which the gear always gets people excited.
Yep.
And then out of nowhere, a DLC expansion, a huge single player expansion called the Octo expansion, lets you play as an Octoling, has all this components of like traveling on a subway, so it would shine more light on familiar characters, Captain Cuttlefish, Callie and Marie, all this
Single
stuff.
player DLC, new
Single player.
stuff.
And if you complete the DLC, you then can unlock Octolings to play as in the multiplayer, which people have been clamoring for forever.
Absolutely.
So, gosh, it's
Right.
crazy. That's a huge.
So
piece
the
of
new
content.
gear, the new stages, and the new X rank, which I thought immediately of
X-rank,
you.
yeah.
I was like, Jason Lacey's going to have to go get X ranked.
I you know what? I don't play ranked enough. I'm only S rank, I think, in one of the modes.
Well, then you have to go get the X rank.
I got to.
And,
I got to.
So all that comes in April. So that's good. You get a little boost for this game. The
Yep.
Splatoon expansion comes in the summertime. They just said
Oh, okay.
summer, and it's
Yep.
$20, which
Yep,
I thought
$20.
was interesting because I pointed out earlier we were talking about shooters like in Discord earlier today, and Devin and I were exchanging jabs about Destiny, and I was like, Splatoon should totally go to the Destiny route where every year they just release expansion. Here is some single player stuff and some online stuff, some loot, $20, and here's all the new stuff. And lo and behold, today it's exactly what they did. I think this should be like a year-over-year thing. Like this should just always be expanding Splatoon.
Yeah,
Indefinitely for the life of the console.
they could definitely sell this as a games as a service. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, Splatoon does really well as that. Excuse me, and you can pre-order the expansion. I think starting tomorrow, or was it? It was either tomorrow or might not even been today. And if you do, you unlock some exclusive Octoling
That's
content to wear now, like show it some headphones and a T-shirt. And
Now let me because Caroline's in the chat. Let me just reiterate. They said April. They didn't say April 1st. They just said April. I just have April 1st down
okay.
because we were
So we don't
the
know.
column.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just April. Sometime in April we get this, which is good because, like I said, this mid-March to late April is like a window here. So putting something in there I think is good because I feel like we're going to need it. Like people are going to feel it. That Splatoon expansion trailer, though, right? They had like this Matrix-y vibe. Like this Trinity Octoling, right, that comes through. And then they go immediately to the guy who then walks you back through everything you just watched and like details it.
Yes.
That was a bit much. I could have lived without that.
They really
Like, we
dragged
got
it out
it.
a bit.
Yeah, they really hold your hand here a bit with some of these directs. Like, dude, we get it. We know. Still nothing about being able to bypass the start screen. I can't. I know I bring it up. I feel like maybe I'm the only one that does because I haven't. There's got to be somebody out there that hates that as much as I do.
I don't like it either.
That's got to go away. We got to get rid of that.
I'm tired of the map rotations too.
Yeah.
Just give me all the maps. All
You
the
know,
time.
here's the thing. I don't even care about the map rotations. Just stop telling me what they are. I'm going to play them regardless. Like, literally just get rid of all of the rigmarole.
I won't. If Murray Towers is in a rotation, I don't play that. I hate Murray Towers. Hate it. Hate
You
it.
know what? I think you and I would both be more likely to play it if they didn't tell you about it before you got into a match.
That's true.
Like, there's an opposite effect to this. Like, you quit when you see Moray Towers before you even get there. If you got there, you'd at least play the match.
That's true.
It's the 3 minutes it takes to get going. It's like, just get rid of it.
Someone made a Moray Towers Twitter account to troll me. By the way, I'm pretty sure I know who it is. This is months ago, but
Now, like, we both, like, the Wii U, you could bypass it, and that was, like, in year one. Why hasn't this happened yet? Why did they go back to the, like, what purpose does this serve?
I don't know.
Is it
I
like,
don't know.
are they loading things in the background? It just takes a long time? Like, there's got to be a reason, because it makes no other sense. I
Because
don't
it
get
makes it an experience.
Oh, it's the worst. It's literally the worst.
Yeah,
So,
I don't like it either.
Yeah, after you wait 18 minutes to play a match, you'll get to check out all this new stuff.
Huge, like,
Please understand.
Here's what it does, though. Also, I was like, oh, yeah, I have Splatoon 2 on my Switch because I haven't played it in a couple months. And it's like, oh, okay, I should probably try playing that again.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I still love Splatoon.
Top awareness again.
Yep, egg, chicken with egg. Like, I'm still all about it, but...
Oh, yeah, that's this weekend, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
I'd play, but it's my birthday, so I'm probably going to play. I got
probably
plans.
not. And then one more final
We have
announcement.
one more thing for you.
So, as I said before, someone told me I was going to flip out. So I was already like, well,
You knew.
I'm like, it has
You
to.
knew.
If it's not Smash, then they
No,
don't
you
know
knew.
me.
You knew
They
exactly.
don't know me. So then I'm watching the trailer. And I was like, well, it's a pre-rendered cutscene, so I know it's early in development, or they want to show yet. And as I was watching it, I was like, oh, it's much like your reaction trailer. It's like, oh, there's squid, little squids swimming around in ink.
Were you going the same? I was like, are they doing a spin-off? It's like a secondary game? Like,
That's
what's
what I kind of
happening?
thought at first, but I was like, those character models, the way they look, they kind of remind me of Smash a little bit.
Mm.
And then the screen goes dark, and then she turns around, and there's like this glow, and I'm like, I don't know what it is. And then the logo appears, and the pupil, and I lost my mind a little bit.
You know what sucked that I didn't get to capture?
I got
son.
hype as F.
Yeah,
as
apparently
the
my
kids
son
say.
just went running around the room upstairs, just like, ah!
Oh yeah, I was on the couch. I was like, yes. Oh,
You can
gosh.
see my reaction on our Twitter account and on the YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, it caught me. I was like,
I
what is
recommend
this?
it. You guys just watch that last part because Donnie's freaking out and the Tyler's like,
So I was like you've experienced. I was a good 5 or 10 seconds ahead of him.
oh,
So,
okay,
yeah. See, he was like, don't tell me. Don't you ruin this for me. So
okay, that's why. Okay,
dude. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
so
we saw Mario and then we saw Breath of the Wild Link.
yes.
So just little glimmers. It reminded me of Brawl a little bit though. I don't know why. Just the style of that teaser reminded me of like when they first introduced Brawl for some reason. I think it's just because of the fiery Smash logo. But I don't care. Like, and it was real as Super Smash Brothers coming in 2018. So as I said on the last episode, I would happily eat my words if I was proven wrong, because I came out here as like, nope, it's not coming this year. I just don't. I hope I'm wrong, but it's not coming. And
I told you. Kevin
I
and
was
Donnie
wrong.
were right.
Yep, you guys
Yeah.
told me.
So I got so many questions, which we'll learn about at E3. Like, they can totally wait. On one hand, I loved the reveal because it was such a swerve. It felt
Yeah.
surprising. But on the other hand, I'm completely not surprised because, I mean, Jason, if you were like, Donnie, you have to bet your house on one Switch prediction this year, this would have been it. Like,
Yeah.
full confidence meter, 10 points. Dude, Smash was coming to Switch this year. Like, with that online service, it had to be.
And it could be a port of the Wii U game with just more content. I don't care.
So that's honestly
care.
my only question is, they called it Super Smash Brothers. They didn't call it Switch. They didn't, like,
Right?
I
They didn't
feel
call
like
it
this
Deluxe.
is.
They didn't call any of that. So it's
I
like,
feel like it's a new game, and that makes me ask: is Bayonetta as Cloud as Ryu in the game? I feel like with Bayonetta they could get her again, but like the other ones, they were licensed for Wii U, and they can license them again. But like, what if folks just say no? Like,
yeah.
are
They
they
go
in
the
the
way
game?
of-
Are they not? And if
Going
they're
the way
not,
of
who
Solid
is?
Snake or
Yes, and I'm happy to trade them off. Like, I would trade Cloud for, a single player mode. What is it? Come on, Donnie. Spaceship.
Oh gosh, yeah, I didn't have Brawl.
Emissary,
but I know what you're talking about,
right?
Yeah, something like that. I know. what you're
I
talking
miss
about.
like the old like Smash Run stuff. Like that was, it used to be better than it was on 3DS and Wii U. And if we could get something like that back, I'd be down for that. And I'm hoping that that's the case. Kind of like the battle mode with Mario Kart. I'm hoping.
But
we get
will there
something
be
like
ice
that.
climbers? Will there be ice climbers?
Ice climbers will be in there. Yes, just to shut people up, they'll put ice climbers in the game. I don't know
Honest
why.
All I need is Falco Lombardi. I don't need anything else.
I need like a WWE moment where Reggie comes in and he's just like, "We're gonna tell you all about Smash, but first, let me tell you that the Ice Climbers will never be in Smash again." I need like a full heel moment. That would be better than the Ice Climbers actually being in the game. I don't understand why people are so excited about that.
You
But
think
I'm
we'll
with
see
you.
a bunch of it at E3?
Yeah,
I think we'll
Yep.
do a bunch dedicated.
yeah, a third to
I
50% will
hope
be
we
Smash.
get. I off topic a little bit, but I hope we get more than just a one game focus out of Nintendo at E3 this year, because I'm getting tired of that. 2 years ago it was all Breath of the Wild.
Mhm.
Last year it was all Mario Odyssey. I don't want that anymore. I want them to be.
So I think what we'll see is the Direct focus on one game with a smattering of others, and then the Treehouse play them all out, right? And I think the Direct will be, like, if I'm guessing, the Direct at E3 will be like 50% Smash. It'll be 20% or 10% Yoshi, 10% Virtual Console, 10% or maybe 20% Fire Emblem, and that's it.
Possible.
And then Treehouse will show us some 3DS stuff and some other, maybe they'll throw it. And obviously they'll throw us a teaser for something, Animal Crossing, Metroid, something that's not coming this year. I'm thinking just in 2018, right? Because the one thing we didn't see in this direct was Yoshi, which makes me think we don't see Yoshi until E3, which makes me think Yoshi didn't come out until at least September. Like at the earliest September, probably later.
Yeah.
So we think we probably get Smash, Fire Emblem, and Yoshi. And I actually... If you told me today that they'd show me Smash, I wouldn't be surprised if Fire Emblem doesn't come until 2019. I don't believe that. I think they both come. But if you told me today you're going to see Smash, I think it's plausible to think that Fire Emblem is January, February 2019. I think that's possible.
There's a small indie developer that made a platform fighter called Rivals of Aether that's on PC, and they were interested in porting it to the Switch, but they had to hire an outside team to do it because it was made in Game Maker, I think, and it's not compatible with the Switch, so they have to have it completely ported over. Sure. And now it's like, don't even waste your money because nobody's going to care.
Well, yeah, you're right. Get out of the way.
Yeah.
If you haven't gotten here by now, you're.
Am I ever going to play Brawlout again?
No.
Nope.
No. I do want to give a quick rundown because I kept naming it off on our stream. So now I went back and I did it. Here's your release order on Switch. March, we get Kirby, Outlast, The Long Reach. I threw that in there because I'm super excited to play the game next week. RBI Baseball and Telltale's Batman. In April, we get South Park and Nintendo Labo. In May, we're getting Street Fighter Anniversary, Dark Souls, Hyrule Warriors, Little Nightmares, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, and Mega Man Legacy. There should be a game for every Switch owner in May. In June, you get Super Mario Aces, Sushi Striker, plus whatever E3 things we hear, buzz, something's out now, there always is. In July, we get Octopath, Captain Toad, and Crash Bandicoot. And then the other games that we know that are coming, I kind of put these in my soonish category because they're listed Q1, Q2 somewhere. Okami HD, Travis Strikes Again, Kentucky Route Zero, Runner 3, Shovel Knight, Super Meat Boy, Flipping Death, Wolfenstein 2, Wargroove, DLC for Mario Rabbids, and Hollow Knight. Those should come between now and E3, right? So like Runner 3, I'm pretty sure is April. Travis Strikes Again is probably August. Okami's probably May. Like these things will come out in between now and then. And then things.
What do you think for Smash? Do you think fall?
Yeah, my question is, do they go before or
November?
After Call of Duty? That's my only question. Like, do they go September or do they go November? Like they typically always have a big November game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be their big holiday game.
But they have to get away from Red Dead and Call of Duty, right? So it can't be like wedged in between there and like mid-October.
I don't know. I think any game you could do it'd be Smash because that has enough.
You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. It'll sell well. I think Red Dead is going to sell out, right? So like if anything, probably put it in November to get it away from those games. Probably November. Yeah. Probably November.
I still agree it'd be good to space it, but I think it. Yeah.
Probably drop Yoshi in because Yoshi doesn't matter. Like people are either going to buy Yoshi or not. Nobody's going to buy Yoshi. Nobody's going to not buy Yoshi because they bought Call of Duty, in my opinion. So, Yoshi probably can drop anywhere in there. So those are my soonish games. And then my later-ish games that we know are coming this year, but we just really have no idea. Obviously Smash, but we're going to get Yoshi, Fire Emblem, Valkyria Chronicles 4, don't forget about that one, Bloodstained, and Shakedown Hawaii. Like, there's no evidence of when they're going to come. Like, you hope Shakedown comes before the end of the year, but, like, we really don't know.
Yep.
And then the games that we know down the road, or at least the bigger ones that are kind of on my radar, Shin Megami Tensei, Dragon Quest 10 and 11, Metroid Prime 4, and Pokemon. We know those games are in development for Switch. We know they're coming. We just don't know when. So it's a pretty good lineup, man.
Where's our F-Zero? Where's our Ridge Racer?
Ridge Racer. We'll probably see.
I want Koss to show up and go, it's Ridge Racer!
Ridge Racer!
God, it's my favorite. It's my favorite meme of all time. Now, what's this say here? I see you reached out to a bunch of people and you had them grade the Nintendo Direct.
Yep, that's my. I knew that we couldn't take a bunch of questions because we're almost out of time. So I'm amazed that we got it in this fast. But I did ask everybody just give me their grades. So I wanted to just kind of talk through them and then have you and I give them our grades.
Okay.
So Kaboski writes, it's an 8 for me. A lot of great games are coming out this year, mainly, plus still some updates on ARMS and Splatoon. I was also glad to see 3DS has some games too, even Luigi's Mansion.
His first Direct as a Switch owner.
There you go. Yeah, there's so many folks that are in that same boat. D-Life HD, I give it a 6 or 7. Gotta leave room for improvement. I'm looking forward to playing Okami, Smash Brothers, Mario Aces, Kirby, and Crash. It's going to be amazing having these portable. Coach Mo writes in, he gives it a 1.
I'm surprised he gave it that much. Why did you just give it a 0, Coach?
There you go. I mean, when they drop Madden at E3, like when EA says Madden's coming to Switch, it'd be a 10. Josh,
they're gonna bring back the motion controls where you can hike the ball and throw the ball.
Maybe they'll let you talk to it too. You just turn the microphone on.
Omaha.
Josh Stapleton writes in. He goes 9 from the viewpoint of a smart business moves, 7 from what I'm interested in. So he gave 2 scores. Smash is a huge announcement, but I've never gotten into it. And I'm excited for Mario Tennis, so that's probably my lone purchase from what was shown. Kevin, Salty Kev, gives it a 6. Not many actual surprises per se. Surprised at the amount of Splatoon 2 love from Nintendo. More free DLC, paid DLC, and Smash. Wish some of the 3DS stuff was coming to Switch. And I mean, come on, Mother 3. Haley writes in 0 out of 10. Not enough PlayStation content. Well, I mean, they did have Crash, so there's some PlayStation content. Seth goes 8. Sure, it would have been cool to see some Animal Crossing, Fire Emblem, or Pokemon, but the stuff that was there was cool. Wish the 3DS stuff was coming to Switch. Could be down for Okami, Undertale, Aces, Toads. He's down for like half of what was shown. Callow, 9.9 plus 0.1. My wallet hurts. Be super excited, but I'm super excited about the lineup.
Callow's buying everything that was shown. That's my prediction.
Exactly. MLS Chop goes 6-ish. Octopath and Captain Toad were the highlights. Would have been more excited if the new WarioWare was on Switch. Hashtag let 3DS die. Josh Bones writes in 5.5. So over there, bored of video games, not too keen. And then Caroline gives her royal judgment of 7 out of 10. Smash and Splatoon, obvious highlights. Good gyms like Octopath and Okami, even if they're remakes, or even if it's a remake. So, Jason, what do you think about the Direct, man? Give me your grade.
If I'm grading it, it's based on my own opinion and how it relates to me. So with that in its way, first of all, it won me over immediately when it gave me 5 minutes of 3DS. Gave me there's a lot of ports here, but a lot of ports I've never played. So I've never played Okami, so I might jump on that. I never played South Park. I've never played Hyrule Warriors, so I've never played Undertale. All games I'm interested in playing on Switch. Mario Tennis, it got me more interested in that. And let's face it, more Splatoon content is great, and the Smash Brothers announcement, of course, I'm going to be all over that. So I'm going to give it an 8 because I think there is a lot of solid things in here that I'm interested in. Because let's face it, before this Direct, I didn't know what I was literally looking forward to in 2018. Yeah. Now I've got like 6 or 7 things I got to find a way. So, a solid 8 for me. Obviously, Smash Brothers is the icing on the cake, and I can't wait to learn more about that. And once that comes out, I'm done. I'm never playing anything else ever again. See you guys.
Not buying anything. That's it.
That's all I'll need. I'll be gone.
Jason and his Smash machine.
Yep.
So first off, obviously, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Everybody has different gaming budgets and different gaming systems that they'll play stuff on. I do take some solace or some heartburn with Kevin's 6. And I'll say this only because of this. Kevin has seen other Directs. To grade this one a 6 in comparison to other Directs, I find hard to believe. Because there have been plenty worse Directs. Like the Nindy Direct was bad. The Ultra Smash Direct was bad. Like there have been bad Directs or Directs that just, didn't fit the bill. Mm-hmm. In grading it, I would rule out anything that I would say like we knew. Some of the stuff leaked. Like we knew some stuff leaked. That's not the Direct's fault that it leaked. No. Like there's a lot of wheels in motion here. It's not, it's just, that's the part of it. Like I wasn't like, I'm not going to buy Crash. Yeah. I'm not, but Crash leaked. Like, but if I liked Crash, I'd still be excited even though it leaked. Like I'm not going to.
What Nintendo's always managed to do, big announcements like Smash Brothers.
Didn't leak. Nobody was saying Smash is being announced today. Like that didn't happen this morning.
No.
There are people who are like, it'd be cool if we saw Smash.
That's E3 news. They can't announce that in a Direct.
Exactly. And there were people that are like, it'd be cool if Undertale was on Switch, right? There were people that are like, Undertale would be a cool port. Nobody was like, today when you watch the Direct, you're going to see Undertale. Like, that didn't happen.
Right.
So, like, I can't really even say anything like that in that regards. But that's just me speaking directly to Kevin. I would give this the 8.5 like grade. I'm really excited. I think you hit the nail on the head. On Switch alone, they showed you 20 games that are coming out this year. If you're counting the Splatoon expansion, which I do. That's 20 games that they announced. Like, think about that in comparison to other companies in their conferences where they show you 20 or 40 games, like with 9 of them that are coming out anytime that you know. Like, most of them are coming out next year, the year after.
Yeah.
Or in some companies' cases, they've showed you games in 2012 and 2013 you still haven't played. Like, that is legit. That's a fact. Like, there are still games out there that we're just like, do we have any idea when it's ever going to come? All of these games are coming. I'm very excited about Mario Tennis. I just think it looks really fun. I'm excited to play Undertale because it has a good pedigree. I'm excited to play South Park. Obviously, the other first-party stuff I've already bought. I'm really excited about Travis Strikes Again. I hope that game comes sooner than later. Like, I hope that game is more July, August than November, January. And I'm really, I mean, I just gotta say, I'm really excited about that. One's moving up the list for me. I'm still excited that there are games coming to 3DS. I don't get it. Like, you own the console. The people that are upset that games are coming to 3DS, like, they're like, I own a Switch. And I'm like, but you also own a 3DS. Like, the majority of the folks that have told me that they're upset, like, you own it. Like, it doesn't cost you anything more, to play it on 3DS. Like, I'm going to buy Luigi's Remake. I'm going to buy that game. I'm going to buy it and play it, and I'm not going to have any qualms about it. It's not going to hurt me at all that I'm playing on 3DS. So, in my personal case, yeah, I thought it was really good. I think it filled the gap really well, because you're right.
Smash.
Yeah.
Smash.
Dude, smash. Yeah.
Somebody make me a gif of that instead of the yes, and I'll just smash.
I do think it's funny that Nintendo has that they do their marketing and their releases in such a way. I think the directs play a big part into it. That they just show you a logo. Gets people so excited. We don't know anything about Smash.
No.
What do we know about Smash? The Inklings are in it. Like, we knew that before this trailer. Like, we all knew that they were coming. Yeah. That's not new. We knew that the Inklings were going to be in there, and they had definitely better chance of being in there than the Ice Climbers.
That's a cool addition. So.
Yeah, they show us a 4 in space. They show us this crosshair in fire. Like, people get excited. They just do a good job of, like, always keeping you on the hook for that stuff. No Splatoon.
But that's what we got during a direct. I can't wait to see what they are.
We're going to get an E3.
E3.
Oh man, because there's going to be so much more third-party stuff, right? Because it's going to be year 2. So I mean, we expect third-party more stuff.
Probably Pokemon. I bet you that's what the
and I was just about to say, there's
Pokemon
one game.
Else, I don't know.
There's one unannounced game coming this year that we don't know. First-party Nintendo. There is one. I don't know if it's Pokemon. I'm kind of starting to come off of that. I'm starting to feel like Pokemon kicks off 2019. But there's one, and I'm going to come over to Kevin Austin's side. I think it's Pikmin.
Pikmin?
I do. I think Pikmin fits in this real well. I think they, at E3,
it's
right?
Been done.
They show us Smash, right? Full blowout Smash. We already know Yoshi. They cover that. Fire Emblem we know, but we don't know. Like, we have no idea what Fire Emblem is. And then throw Pikmin.
Yeah.
That's a really great lineup.
Do you think this Smash is going to launch with a GameCube controller?
No.
Because part of me, I was like, can we just drop the GameCube controller? But I know it's compatible on the Switch because people play it.
I don't think so. I think they'd let you know that, like, that adapter is still compatible with Switch. If you want to play it, you can. But I don't think they're gonna.
I'm ready. I'm ready to leave the GameCube controller behind.
I love the GameCube controller, but the Switch Pro controller is better.
I do too, and I think it has its place with Melee and all those in that scene. But I'm just ready to.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a topic for another day.
Yeah, that is a topic for another day. But yeah, I'm starting to come off to that. I think there's a Pikmin-like game that fills in with Yoshi, Fire Emblem, and Smash. And then they obviously they show us a game like a Pokemon for next year. Something to, and by the way, here's what you get to look forward to next year when we come back to you in March with another Direct. So, yeah.
Well, there you have it, folks. That was our rundown of E3. We'd love to hear, your thoughts and comments. Come on, join us on Discord. It's right there on the website. Chat us up. We'd like to hear your thoughts on it. And as always, you can find us at playsomvideogames.com. We're all over on Twitter, on all the social media, all the great things. So join us next week and come back for more Nintendo Shack.
Good night, Koopalings.
This has been a production of the Play Some Video Games Podcast Network. Find more great content at playsomevideogames.com.